wise man once said, this channel isn't showing enough Amiga love at the moment, especially CD32. I was actually tempted to do a tongue-in-cheek video and just turn the CD32 on and just leave it running, maybe for an hour, maybe for 3 hours, who knows, or maybe just loop the footage for as long as I felt like, and go, there you go, there's your CD32 video. But actually, why not? If I'm going to make the effort to do a tongue-in-cheek response to a message like that, let's just do it. Let's just do some CD32. And it's here in the lounge, which is, I would actually leave it here if it wasn't for the fact that my cat does like to vomit in this general direction, and that's the only reason it goes on the shelf in the other room. But otherwise I'd leave it here because this is its place in the lounge room. It makes sense. Let's be honest, let's get this out of the way. It's a system that was underpowered for the time of its release. I know people are going to disagree with that. It's just a consoleized A1200, which was an underpowered system for its time as well. So let's forgive it that and just see how it works in the lounge room, which is the best place for it. And we have some new old stock discs to try today. That's right. I know they're not cheap to get hold of new old stock, but yep, these are genuinely pirated games on new old stock verbatim discs. So there you go. That's what we're going to have a look at. We do have one genuine game, which was very kindly given to me by Shane because he's got a more complete version, so he's given me this. So let's have a quick look. And what we'll also do is use this as an opportunity to also throw in my thoughts on the Boomerang CD32 controller, which, yeah, we'll do that as well. Let's go. And we're going to kick off with... Let's kick off with a game... No, I know what we'll kick off with. We'll kick off with Super Stardust 32. Now, of course, I have no nostalgia for the CD32. I never had a CD32. I don't even recall seeing a CD32 in the wild back in the day. So you're not going to get any of those kind of insights from me today. Let's just play. And Super Stardust, the reason why I decided to start off with that is because it is a game that I dismissed back in the day. Obviously I was aware of CD32 games, saw them, I must have seen some, unless it was a demo VHS in game, I'm thinking. Anyway, whatever. But when I first set this up, it's the first one I burnt to disc, and I actually found myself quite enjoying it. It's just good couch fun. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get to playing the game. That's right. Oh yeah, you can skip. Okay. Now that it's recording, do forgive me. I'm just going to flip the screen around because I don't like looking at the screen on the camera. Why is there a penguin? I don't know why there's a penguin. I don't know why any of this is happening. Okay, that button skips. Good. I guess what we've just skipped there is... it's an FMV sequence, sure, but you had those kind of 3D animations at the beginning of A500 games and A1200 games anyway. Okay, Super Stardust. So back in the day, I quite rightly dismissed this as an Asteroid clone. It's an Asteroid clone. But it's a good Asteroid clone, that's the thing. And there's actually a lot more depth to the game. Obviously the music is coming from the audio soundtracks on the disc. You can see it constantly seeking on the machine. So it's using a CD feature well.
Engine power.
This isn't going very well. It's going well enough. And that's good, because I just wanted to, before we get much further, try and get to the 3D bit. I mean this. Oh, that's a bit nasty. Game over. There we go. So that is Super Stardust. Like I said, originally dismissed it as a Asteroid clone. Correctly dismissed it as an Asteroid clone. But didn't take the time to understand that it's actually a very good game. It's actually a really enjoyable game. That is not bad at all. I'm going to turn off a light over there and then we're going to play the next game. Okay, it's Microcosm. Take 2. Because the battery life on this camera sucks, by the way. 1 hour. And because I've done some previous stuff on other days. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Anyway, for a modern camera, 1 hour's battery life, that's a joke. Other than that, let's have a look at Microcosm. There's some animated intros that make the most out of FMV on the... So look, all those pre-rendered animated backgrounds, that's making good use of the CD medium, the storage that it takes to do that. These pre-rendered cutscenes again, and the audio soundtrack is fantastic, it's great. But what I saw in this back in the day, when I would have seen this on a demo tape in probably game, I just saw through this game straight away. It was just pre-rendered. The background has no relevance to the gameplay. The structures are not a danger to you. The what look like junctions are not directions you can choose. It's literally on rails. So the actual gameplay comes down to the sprites and that fairly questionable perspective. And then there's bits like this. Look, I have to push forward. Oh, that's nice rendering. That's better than Alien Breed 3D2 or anything like that. But you can't look around. It doesn't matter what you do. All you can do is walk forward. So it's pointless. Again, here, can't look around. Doesn't matter what I do. It's just gonna walk forward. It doesn't do anything. It's always going to come to the pod.
Have a nice day.
Very nice sampled speech. Don't know if you heard that. Let's play a little bit more. We'll go brain. Try and see if we can cure some migraines. Lovely pre-rendered backgrounds, don't get me wrong here. It's just that there's no substance to the gameplay, there really isn't.
Have a nice day.
I mean, this is nice, it looks nice. I'd argue it's probably better than a Mega CD, maybe. I haven't played much of that. Hopefully better than the... maybe the 3DO. Possibly better than the Jag. Possibly. But nothing on the PlayStation. There's the migraines for you. I'm just going to look away. Am I doing well? Far out. That's enough of that. Let's play something else. The next game we're going to play is Banshee. But this is a known thing. So Banshee, I have original copy, but this is obviously the A1200 version on floppy disk. That's not going to work in here. So I've got a burnt disk in there, but it's a known thing. Even on the original, apparently, you have to... Even the memory it takes to load the CD32 boot screen is required to run this game. So we have to do a hard reset. And that should boot. You can't let it boot to the CD32 boot screen and then put the disc in. It won't boot. Not that screen, the other one with the spinning disc. Here we go. Game has booted. We will choose English. Great soundtrack. But look. The drive light isn't flickering. That means this is just using Paula. So basically, the music that you're getting in this game is the same as you'll get on the A1200. This is essentially the same as the A1200 version, which is a real shame. It would have been nice to have some of this gameplay music and allow all via the CD, therefore allowing all 4 Paula channels for game sound effects. That would have been a good way of making the most of the technology in the CD32. So basically what this means is, this is just instead of disk swapping or hard disk drive installation, is we're running it from CD. There's a lot to be said for that. I'm not very good. I'm a bit rubbish at this. So we could have had that beautiful soundtrack playing. But no. I haven't picked up any weapons upgrades because I kept shooting the stupid things to the wrong thing. This rain effect is fantastic. I love it. What I'm going to quickly do is, you'll notice, look, I don't have an issue with the original CD32 controller. I actually quite like it. And this one's working really well. But it's really hard to get the diagonals on this. Really hard. So let's use this as an opportunity to swap out to this. A cheap modern replacement called the Boomerang. Let's have a see how that compares. Right, I have hot swapped like a madman. Let's play. No, listen. There we go. Right. That. And I can't find pause on this controller. That's no better. Until you do this. You wait. Trust me. That is so friggin' easy to use. It's 100 times better. None of these buttons do pause. None of them do pause. That's weird. I swear pause has worked on this before. But anyway, what I'm going to quickly show you is the madness that is this. The heck is that? Put that over there, and that. Not as good as the joystick of the thumbstick, but it's certainly better than just a generic D-pad. It's not bad. Actually, yeah, once you get used to it, that's quite playable. That's not bad at all. Let's move on to another game. It's Degeneration. And this is an original CD32 game, so thanks Shane for giving me his copy, because he's got a better copy now, more complete. What this one has, it's got the back cover, it's got the case, it's got the manual, but it doesn't have the front inlay, and it doesn't have the outer box. Some of them have an outer box, I think. But it's the original disc, so let's pop that in. Let's have a look. Why is everybody in this game naked? I don't know. Stitch doesn't know. Do you, Stitch? No. Yeah, everybody's naked. Let's get the naked old man. It's a puzzle game, isometric. And there's certainly nothing that requires a CD32 for this game. Hello, Stitchy. Come this way, look. Oops. So, standard, you know, find the keys. Use the switches to open the door. Oh! There's the key. Open that. I don't know what I did there. Oh, that turns off the thing. So hard to walk on diagonals. Fire buttons are working okay right now, but fire button stopped working again. Damn it. Oh no, it's working. I don't know. So you can shoot switches. I didn't even know that. Hey, no worry, buddies. Come on. All the naked people went this way. You must follow them. And looks like we go through there. There we go. It's probably enough for you. It's just an Amiga game that happens to be on a CD, but I'm so pleased to have an original CD32 game. That is really cool, because that's the only one I've got, and that is a very nice thing. And look, I'm pleased. Like I said at the beginning, that's why you can see the A500 Mini in the background. That's where that belongs on a modern TV, and I can understand how this would make sense in an Amiga user's lounge room. I'd moved on to the PC by this point, but even when I had the PC, I felt the need to have a SNES. This is a good fit. This is a fantastic fit, and I can understand why a lot of people have got a lot of love for the CD32. Because if that was the gaming that you grew up with, that totally makes sense. And I had a lot of love for my Amiga 500, as you all know. Why not have it in a consoleized form factor? And this controller is actually not bad at all. And it's got as many fire buttons as anything else. Just a bit shame. I mean, really, this system was a bit late to the party in terms of the spec. Other than that, absolutely love having one. Thank you for watching. And no, don't keep putting in the comments, hey, you should do more about this system. Because guess what? I'll do videos when I feel like it. I felt like doing this. That's why you've got it.